Well, happy 2026. Happy New Year. I know that life is crazy, but I do pray that this year started out great for you. I want to thank you so much as a ministry partner of Youth for Christ Central Valley. Whether you're a prayer warrior or whether you donate or volunteer, you're a family member, thank you so much for making a difference in our community and for being a part of this organization in whatever capacity that is. It means so much, and I'm so grateful for you. Below are some great stories. I hope you check them out, read through this. It shouldn't take more than a few minutes to get the snapshot. There's also some information on our comedy night coming up on Friday, March 6th at the State Theater. We have a great crew for you that night. Also, we have our golf tournament coming up in early May. There's some changes there, so check that out. But I just want you to see the impact that your prayers and support are having. You know, I mentioned this at our auction a few months ago in November that, last year's been kind of tough. God's been pruning us. And, whenever I drive by the amazing orchards in our community, some of you are in the ag business, I see the pruning season where trees get cut back and, it looks like they took a giant saw to the top or something. And you're like, how is that gonna be profitable? I don't understand. And yet there's a crossover spiritual lesson that even Jesus talks about in John 15, that sometimes for greater fruit, we need to be pruned. And I really do feel like something special. I'm so excited to see what happens in 2026 and beyond, because we're getting pruned, and that's an amazing thing. Not bad, just I think Jesus is preparing Youth for Christ for something incredible, and I'm so excited and eager to see what that looks like. I also think of Matthew 6, where Jesus says to seek first his kingdom and his righteousness. And that really is our theme this year. My prayer for you, for myself, my family, the organization, that we would seek first his kingdom and his righteousness and let all the other things fall into place. If God cares for the little birds, how much more does he care for us? But lastly, sometimes in leadership, it's hard. I get to deal in all the nitty-gritty stuff, the budgets, the finances, the staff stuff, community relations, all the things. And sometimes it's hard not to just take a step back and see, wow, I get to be a part of some incredible things that God's doing. So I want to give you some bonus things I didn't include in the newsletter below. Recently, we had a parent reach out to us and just say how grateful she was for her son's involvement through the ministry here, how he's coming out of his shell, his life's improved, he's made some friends, he's actually wanting to go to church, and she was just so grateful. Another one of our past participants, actually a youth I knew from years ago, reached out because he's a young dad now in his mid to late 20s and wants to set an example for his son, was asking some questions about church and getting plugged in, which is incredible. So we've gotten to reconnect as well through that as dads. Another story is one of our past juvenile justice graduates. He started his own business and is just doing amazing, which is so cool. And lastly, we had a student, one of our current students, actually is like, hey, could you help me do a big worship night for my friends and from other schools? And we were like, absolutely, that'd be awesome. And so I take a step back, and in all the things, I'm like, wow, I get to be a part of this ministry, and you get to be a part of this ministry. That's the difference your prayers and support are making. So happy 2026. I know the video went long, but I hope it was worth it. Thank you so much. God bless. And make sure you read those stories below. Click on the links. Have a great year. Talk to you soon.